This is my review of chapter 32 of the Bleach manga. So I open and Don Kanoji's making some weird noises and stuff, and Ichigo's kind of weirded out, and he asks him what he's doing. And then Don Kanoji screams, I think Don Kanoji's secret principle. And he holds his hand up and he creates a little sphere. And he points his hand back, and you see his point at Ichigo, and Ichigo's wondering what the hell he's doing. And then he screams, destroy, and then the sphere just slowly starts moving toward Ichigo. And then it goes up, and then it explodes, breaking Ichigo's sword out and it kind of freaks him out, because it was unexpected. And now Ichigo's free to fight the Hollow. His staff finally breaks, and the Hollow smacks Don Kanoji out of the way like that. He's flying back, and he gives a thumbs up to Ichigo and tells him that he'll leave the rest of the fight to him. Then we get the chapter cover, and it's Orihime and Tatsuki laying like on each side of the cover, and then there's like a CD playing in the middle, and two cords go into headphones that they're listening to the CD with. Pretty cool. Has some strong 2000s energy. Ichigo stabs the Hollow in the shoulder because his hands are still like trapped, and he says he can't cut its head. I guess that's because the ceiling, he can't like do a downward slash. I feel like he should still be able to do something here, but alright. Something more than stabbing the shoulder, at least. And then Don Kanoji gets up and starts cheering Ichigo on for fighting it. The Hollow lifts up and it picks Ichigo up and then it slams into the wall, it's hard to tell if he hits it or not, but they go out the wall and then they leap up. And it starts climbing the building, and then Don Kanoji goes to the hole yelling after Ichigo, and he sees a helicopter there, and he knows it's filming him. And so he starts screaming about how he's going to chase the evil spirit to the roof, and he runs off, and the helicopter moves up to the ceiling. And then we see Don Kanoji's like crawling to get there because he's tired. And then Ichigo gets to the roof and he's freed of the Hollow, and he raises to his feet, and then the Hollow charges him. He leaps above the Hollow, and then he says that with all the room and there's no one to protect, he can now go all out. And then Don Kanoji opens the door and yells at him. He freaks out that Don Kanoji's there again. The Hollow sees Don Kanoji and goes to attack him, and then Ichigo tells Don Kanoji to run, but he can't because he's exhausted. Likely from his attack, plus the Hollow's hitting him. He's like holding his cane and struggling to stand up. There's like marks to signify that he's shaking and stuff. As the Hollow attacks, Ichigo manages to catch up and then strikes it in the side of the head, and then it's like face cracks, and then they charge each other, and Ichigo manages to slash it right down the skull. And Don Kanoji begins celebrating, and then Ichigo tells him to stop celebrating, and then the Hollow's mask starts to dissipate, and Don Kanoji sees that the Hollow's mask fades, and he sees the man left behind is the same spirit that he broke the chain off of. And he asks Ichigo what is happening, and Ichigo explains to him that basically the whole process of hollification, that by breaking the chain of fate, the heart is like removed, and their soul like dies and then reincarnates as a Hollow, and blah 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 blah. And then Don Kanoji kind of falls to his knees and realizes the mistakes he's been making, that he's been fucking creating Hollows all his life. I wrote down like, how has he never fought a Hollow before? If he's been doing this for so long, how has this never happened? Then they addressed that in the manga, and they're like, this is the first time this has happened, and Don Kanoji was like, yeah. That's kind of weird. That seems like a bit of an oversight on Kubo's part, even though he addressed it. Because what the fuck happens if you don't become a Hollow? Do they just die? Has Don Kanoji just been killing souls? That's what I'm gonna guess. He's just been killing these fucking souls and taking them out of the like reincarnation process that they're supposed to be in. Don Kanonji begins crying, and he's like horrified at what he's been doing to these things and stuff. But Ichigo tells him to stop crying because his fans are cheering, and to get up and go and address his audience. And then Don Kanonji gets up and he goes to the side of the building and he does this laugh for everyone. Everyone does it back. And then Don Kanonji thanks Ichigo and wants to make him his #1 disciple. And then Ichigo says he still doesn't believe in astrology and magic and stuff. Then we see in the corner Don Kanonji gives Ichigo's fan club card. He's like number 15. So like I said, Don Kanonji is one of my favorite characters. He's a really fun character, and this is a well-told story. Again, I don't know why people say Kubo isn't a good writer. He is. Like, Don Kanonji's reaction here is very visceral and real when he realizes, like, he's done all this horrible shit and he just didn't know because he was ignorant. And he just has a breakdown over it. He's like, what the fuck have I been doing all this time? I think that's really well done. Again, no way. Like, this beginning portion is just well written. I don't know why people give Kubo so much shit. It was a decent arc. It was a pretty long mini arc, I guess, if you'd consider it a Don Kanonji mini arc. It was pretty long. Took its time to tell its story. I think it was fun. This is probably my favorite story of, like, the first arc of Bleach. I think. It'd be this or Grand Fisher, but I didn't really like Grand Fisher that much this time around, so it's probably this. Except for anime, which I'm going to get to right now. So, those are my thoughts on 32. Good chapter. Good close to this story of Don Kanonji.